So Bhagwan teaches us not to judge anybody, not to judge situations, and feel, go back in the heart. But what do? First opportunity we get is to judge. So he creates this secretary before him, and we already start judging her. She's not passing messages right. Bhagwan could never say this. How do you know it? The Bhagwan would not say that. How can you say, this man, the way I know him, is capable of saying and doing anything he wants to? He's not afraid. And he doesn't mind putting blame on somebody else if he can continue focusing on his goal. This is why he created Lakshmi, so that stupidity of people, the ignorance, the judgmental mind can be diverted to Lakshmi, and he can carry on the work he needs to do, which is to create his commune, his vision. Leave something behind for people to carry on their life for coming years, his teachings. Until I started working with Bhagwan, and number of times I accompanied Lakshmi to Bhagwan in Bhagwan's room, where me, Bhagwan and Lakshmi were alone, three. I did not understand and realize that how much Lakshmi was coming out and saying what Bhagwan was saying. She did not interpret it. Bhagwan would give phrases or the words, and Lakshmi would simply write on the letter, float. And those were the words Bhagwan used, float. Follow your feeling, follow your heart. No, it is not possible. Yes, you can do that. No, you can't do that. And Bhagwan was very clear in his messages. He wasn't wishy-washy. He didn't say one thing and did the other. He said exactly what he wanted and what he meant. Meanwhile, what happened, sannyasins who would receive these one-word messages started getting offended. But I wrote 20-page letter to Bhagwan, and I get only one-word answer? They don't know brutal reality behind this. That when Lakshmi or Sheela tried to read this 20-page letter, Bhagwan got angry at both of them and said, stop wasting my time. I don't have time for this bullshit, as he used to say. Bullshit. Or he would say, Sheela, why do you waste my time? Just tell them to follow their feeling. Or somebody will narrate about their gorgeous experiences, wonderful experiences in Kundalini meditation or blue light meditation, or their third chakra opening up and fifth chakra just about to open up, and they could see the light, blue light and yellow light and pink. Bhagwan would roll his eyes in disgust. Not rolling eyes and say, oh, these are my wonderful sannyasins. Their chakras are being opened up and they are becoming all soon enlightened, and they're getting so high that they're going to start flying. No, it wasn't that. He would say, what idiots. They can't live this life properly and they want to become enlightened. He would say, they jump up and down and their chakras are opening. They don't even know their own body, whether they're hungry or not, and they're going to already see their chakras opening. They don't know if their armpit smells. And they're seeing the third light and fourth light and the smelling the sixth sense. I tell you, I had to sit with this man and take his fee for such letters. Then we come out, we give the answers to the people. We get fury of the sannyasins. But you did not take my letter into Bhagwan. That's why you gave it answer yourself. Well, the truth of the matter is, Bhagwan had very strict guidelines. What letters we were to bring it in, what letters we were not to bring it in, what we were to discuss, what we were not to discuss, which letters had priority, which letters had no priority. I'm going to again tell sannyasin a rude reality, which I lived every day. Bhagwan's Rolls Royce had first priority, then their meditation. Bhagwan's watches had more time than their letters about their relationship. Who is going to donate what had more priority? Because that money was needed to create the vision he needed to create. The vision he had, what he wanted to leave behind before his days were over. And it needed to be created, and created with God's speed. For that, money was required. So naturally, money had more priority. Good workers had more priority. Meditators had very last priority or no priority. Only time the enlightenment, an enlightened circle had priority when Bhagwan wasn't getting his Rolls Royce that he wanted, or when some donator changed his mind to donate. Then immediately Bhagwan declared that person enlightened. This is the rude reality. But it was fun for me. I was laughing all the way and saying, thank God I don't have to meditate. Thank God I'm not interested in being enlightened. Thank God I only love this man. It is important that people understand Bhagwan. It is important that people look at him in a right way. When you create fantasies of enlightenment, fantasies of chakra opening and blue lights coming out from your ears, nose and eyes, it's all wonderful. You create a nice picture for yourself. You can hang that picture in your beautiful living room and forget the life and just live for that picture. But then you are forgetting yourself. Then you're forgetting Bhagwan. And you're forgetting his teachings. Bhagwan says, get in touch with yourself. How are you going to get in touch with yourself when you are preoccupied in this imaginary picture of you and Bhagwan? How are you going to experience the brutal reality? You won't. You won't have time for it. And if you have time for it, because you're too afraid to destroy that picture, you won't see the reality. You will refuse the reality. You will say, I don't want it because this picture is more comfortable and reality is uncomfortable. Reality is like sitting on a needle. It pricks, it pinches, it hurts. But unless and until you see that reality, you're not going to know yourself.